What is up, Theta homies? It is your boy Justinpacete back again with another Theta token video, another Theta token update. Just a friendly reminder, if you are new to the channel trying to find as much Theta news, updates, NFTs, or any kind of Theta partnerships, please hit that like and subscribe button. Check out all the links down below in the description for all the links that I post in this video, as well as staking your Theta tokens to my Guardian node. Either way, help out my channel, help out the Theta network, but overall help yourselves out. Earn as much TFO passively as possible and utilize it however you want on Theta Drop, Open Theta, any of the subchains on Theta Network, or just withdrawing it back to your wallet. I do also want to mention of today's sponsor of Theta Forums, but a little bit more on them later. So I really am getting excited for the new Theta news and updates that I have for you guys. So we're going to see here in a moment, seeing that. As you can tell guys, with the new introduction, or at least with the thumbnail of today's video, going to talk about more of a more relevant partner of Theta Network that continues to build, and I do focus it more primarily because I do work in the industry, and it's healthcare. It seems like the whole model for healthcare is evolving, the whole landscape and platform for it, because we do mention of Theta and Levita AI X amount of times, and it seems like Levita just seems to be growing in terms of all the other partners models that they are using in order for their medical sphere, for those to get like, I guess, like a baseline knowledge of certain things. But when it comes to anything important, of course you always want to go to a professional when it comes to like medical advice. So definitely put some thoughts and comments down below, and all these videos are is not for financial advice or anything medical advice. Guys, definitely go reach out to your doctor or any of your financial advisors. But starting here on X, we're going to talk about Levita's new updates. So initially here, this is the second half of the year has begun for 2025, so we're going to a little bit more onto this roadmap. It says upcoming updates will mark a major milestone in Levita's growth and development within the healthcare sector. Try the Levita mobile app and the medical evaluation sphere. We'll definitely do both here in this video. I've done it before in the previous video, and I feel like there hasn't been too much of a change, but we shall see as to what else Levita AI has in store for us. But this image that you'll see is the recent more updates for the rest of 2025. Looking at the Levita mobile app section, launch beta Levita medical AI agents, expand data integration. This one's pretty important, including data from wearables, nutrition, and all other wellness platforms and accessories. So for those who are wearing any kind of watches that does have like any smartwatches with health, or like Fitbits, Garmin's, any Apple Watches, those kind of data, if Levita AI is able to partner with these companies, and they already are partnered with Microsoft, then there's some sort of capabilities that they'll be able to help integrate this information for future other wellness type of information for like sports, just general health, and just taking care of yourself, in addition to launching the beta research platform that kind of goes hand in hand. It says enable secure data sharing and monetization for users, powering Levita tokenomics. From my understanding, this whole platform is having all this information for health, and you'll be able to use the tokens for this information. I can see that from the medical professional view, but for the daily user, I feel like they're still trying to incorporate as to like how you can use these tokens for appointments, for doctor checkups. I'm not too sure how it's going to work for prescriptions. I feel like that's many years down the road, but with how technology is nowadays, it could be a lot sooner. Second here, when we're going to talk about the Levita medical sphere, I feel like one day maybe they're going to just mesh the two together versus the Levita mobile app and the medical sphere, because the medical sphere, they're basically having like, if you have a question, so let's say how much sleep you should get, and then you'll have that question, you'll have the two models, and then you get to decide as to which model has the best answer. And there's going to be a lot of incorporations with that as of right now. Probably just going to optimize the medical sphere just so that one day in the near future, maybe for some sort of symptoms that you may not necessarily have to go to the doctor for, you can just open your phone and go to the medical sphere, ask the question, and then you could possibly have some solutions. I'm not saying this is the best solution from the medical sphere, but maybe some sort of things that you can just, some remedies you can even just create yourself. But going on to the Levita medical sphere for the rest of the 2025, broader adoption, model coverage, academic partners, this is pretty important I'd say, collaborating with frontier labs and drive R&D advancements and beta testing, launch on-demand medical and clinical evaluations. So we shall see as to how long this will be improving, if it does not improve, but put any thoughts and comments down below. I feel like it's just going in the right direction. That's just my own opinion. If you want to look on this image a little bit more, you can even click here. You can see the whole article. This was written on March 5th of 2025. Here is the first half, and the second half is basically what we just read. Pretty short article, but for those who want to check that out, links are down below. Before going on to anything else, I do want to mention our sponsor of Theta Forums, so just a quick message from them. Theta Forums, you're able to have community questions, have answers by the community for the community. You can see there are different type of categories that are listed here, and it tells you what kind of date it was posted. Different directories, meaning there's different aspects of Theta Network that you can probably ask. For example, there's just a couple from the beginning you can see here: Theta Network Forum, Theta Edge Cloud Forum, Theta Drop Forum, so on and so forth. You're more than welcome to check out all the links down below in the description for this post right here. In addition to that, you can see all the other tabs right here as well: Theta Edge Cloud, Theta Network, Theta Drops website, Guardian Monitor, ThetaCon, Mobile Edge Node download. So if you do want to sign up or log in, there is that page up here on the top right. If you want to add your email, so you'll be added to the list. I'm sure you'll get notifications when there's new posts or anything like that. But overall, like I said, check out that link down below for Theta Forums. Thank you Theta Forums for sponsoring this video. Now back onto the other video. So now going here onto a couple more things saying, looks like Danny, the Levita AI Healthcare, when you hover over his name, it says analyzing Levita AI and the intersection of AI, privacy, health, and data, independent account, not officially associated with Levita. So it looks like it's just some individual from the outside looking at Levita, kind of similarly how I do it, but with Theta Network and all their other partners. So just here are some other new features, top tier models that are incorporated with Levita. I believe this is probably on the medical sphere, so you can see all these other models that are usable, and I'll show you guys that as well. Next thing as also says DeepSeek models that are also related. So for those who want to look at the type of model that you want to use, just increasing the image here, you can switch off the anonymous and then you can select the models that you like. You can see here is the DeepSeek V3 and R1. I'm not too sure specifically as to which one, why one is different than the other, but maybe there's going to be some technical differences. Maybe I'll be able to increase or show you guys an image here as to what is the difference between the two. Also, just going on to another thing by Danny, said here is just a little article from Ali Farhanchi, I believe CEO of Levita. Just one thing is on the bottom. Levita's implementation of confidential computing brings some of the most advanced open source models from Llama, DeepSeek, and other users' fingertips, enabling them to access reliable, secure, and personalized medical information. So that's the whole premise of Levita AI, as to having that information readily available for those who have certain questions. Additionally, going on to Pedram as well, here is the Grok 4 by AI, or XAI is now live on the medical sphere, so it looks like Grok is available on the medical sphere. I'm not too sure how when it comes to these models, if they're all open source. Maybe I can also show another image here to see how that's going to be costing Levita, or maybe it is just a source where they can just add it onto their medical sphere and use it as a tool. Some other thing he mentioned is curious as to how it handles the medical questions. Join the sphere and test it out for free. More models are coming soon. Before that, I do want to show you guys the one on the app itself. So all you have to do, this video is not sponsored by Levita AI. It's just me, myself, as an investor trying to play around with all the partners that Theta Network has collaborated with. So here's just the open. You will have to make an account, like an email, and then log in with whatever information. This is kind of like similar to as to last time I made my video for Levita. It says that EHR's electronic health record, images, and PDFs of any information that you have had in the past. So if you want to click on this, let's see if I can click on things, and then hopefully it doesn't freeze on me, but it looks like it doesn't really let me, or maybe just because I have to connect my health data, and then you have to connect to a certain one. So for example, here's the image, you assign the name, and then it's a picture, so you can assign it. Same thing with the PDF. And then when it comes to the EHR, you select your provider, and then it looks like there's a whole bunch. So as I'm scrolling, it's alphabetical from A to Z, and you can just see, I'm not too sure of course how many hospitals there are, but it seems like there's a lot altogether. Assign the name, and then you can just connect and share your data from there. Maybe one day in the future I'll be able to do that, but I don't really have any information to share. Maybe one day, like I said, maybe after my personal appointment, but I don't know if I want to share that on a YouTube video, but we'll see. Tapping on the left here, you can see the email, and then you can secure AI companion. So basically saying here's our companion powered by Google's latest open source language, and you can see here, and then you just hit I agree to the terms, and then ask a question that you probably have. So that's basically the quick access as to information that they want you to get in case you do want to reach out to anything pretty quick. Again, if it's any emergency that you probably don't want to reach out to a medical professional in regards to your health when it comes to emergencies, but this is probably just for some quick non-important health messages, probably just like sleep, food, maybe some things like that. But that's all I really have probably to show you guys on this app. So we'll see as to the medical sphere, so that's what I'll show you guys next. Here's the medical sphere that we were talking about. Here's anonymous, so when you open it up you can see the models go away, but when you remove that so it's not anonymous, you can select whatever model you want, and it seems like there is a whole bunch here. So I guess just one, let's do maybe Grok 4 I guess is what we'll choose, and then maybe we should pick Grok again. Maybe I'll pick a different one, so maybe we'll be able to see DeepSeek R1. And then here's a question we can just easily ask: how much sleep should a normal person get? And then it'll just like go through think, and it's kind of nice. I guess different responses. Here's DeepSeek, it says thinking, so it looks like there just needs a little more time. And then with the Grok AI model, it looks like they're able to just wait till the answer has all the information, and now it's providing us with all the details that we need. Probably a lot more than what we really need to know, but we look as to the Grok, it looks like there's a lot more factors that they included compared to the DeepSeek. But now DeepSeek looks like it's doing its own thing, but I think it's all wrapped up now. But you can see here is the detailed answer answer to that. I'm not going to go over it, of course. Just want to show you guys a quick demo as to how it's being utilized. I guess last but not least, just one last thing of information. Just seeing here, you can test the Grok 4 handles on the medical questions that I just wanted to show you guys. So additionally, it looks like that Levita just seems to be onboarding more models so that their whole medical sphere just gets to be more variety wise for maybe certain models that people like to use in comparison to others. But either way, guys, we shall see as to how Levita will just hopefully become more common in everyone's phones, health data, and then there'll be a lot more accessibility when it comes to health and their information rather than just waiting weeks and so on and so forth. It's going to be a lot more quicker is what it seems like. But we shall say wait and see, and then just comment anything down below what you guys think about Levita so far in comparison or just in relationship with Theta Network, or what else you would like to see with Theta Network in the near future. But overall, that's all I really have for today's video, guys. Thank you so much if you're an OG viewer and subscriber and coming back to the channel. Would not be here without you. If you're a new viewer though, trying to find as much Theta news, updates, NFTs, or any kind of Theta partnerships, please hit that like and subscribe button. Check out all the links down below in the description for all the links that I posted in this video, as well as staking your Theta tokens to my Guardian node. Either way, help on my channel, help the Theta Network, but overall help yourselves out. Earn as much T-Fuel passively as possible and utilize it however you want on Theta Drop, Open Theta, any of the subchains on Theta Network, or just withdrawing it back to your wallet. Really am excited for the future of Theta Network, future partners, any collaborations, businesses, things like that. I'm still going to be optimistic. Of course, that's the reason why this channel is still growing and people are still subscribing to the channel and people are still staking. So I'm glad to say that there's still hundreds of thousands of Theta tokens on my Guardian node. I am also thankful for the sponsors that are coming onto the channel. I also would not be here without you guys, so thank you very much. Really am looking forward to the future of Theta though. Until the next Theta video, till the next Theta update, it is your boy Justinpacete, so try to keep up. Alright, deuces.